had the privilege of getting to travel to some pretty incredible places in my lifetime. I'm no stranger to traveling alone, but in the past I've always traveled with the purpose of meeting up with people or going to a concert or event. This video isn't about solo travel, but it is about the moment I realized that solo travel was what I wanted to do. This trip takes place in Utah, Zion more specifically. My mom, my sister, and I flew into Vegas, rented a car, and drove 3 hours to where we were staying. The view from the car was already insane coming in. I've seen a lot of the west of the United States, but never been on this stretch of road specifically. My mom and sister traveled here as a part of some conference retreat thing that I had nothing to do with, so for the first 2 days, I was on my own. I'd never gone to a national park by myself before, and I'd also never been to Zion. So, day one, I let myself sleep in, and got to the park around 11 a.m. with little to no plan. This wasn't on a weekend, and it wasn't quite peak season yet, but close enough to it that I should have known better. Fun fact about Zion, there are 2 tiny parking lots and a few off-the-road parking spots, and that's it. If you get to the park after 8 a.m., parking in the main lot is a pipe dream. After realizing this, I decided to take the scenic road through the park and figure something out afterwards. I quickly forgot about my parking dilemma while taking in the views of Zion. In my opinion, there are few places in the world that are this level of breathtaking. I ended up finding an off-the-road spot not too far from the Canyon Overlook trailhead, which is one of the 2 trails in the park accessible by car. Everything else you have to shuttle to. This trail was a perfect introduction to the park. It was short and easy, not too crowded, and gives you a stunning view of the canyon. I took this one slow in the midday Utah summer heat, but it was totally stunning. I'm down here now. I was all the way up there. After leaving my precious parking spot, I ventured back to the museum lot, which was about a mile walk from the main park area, and I secured a spot right as someone was pulling out. From there, I took a quick stroll through one of the bike and walking paths, and it genuinely felt like the world was my oyster after being free from my car. This was one of the first moments I realized how freeing it was to have total agency over my current little adventure. I took about 30 minutes to sit at this little creek spot to cool off. Nothing I had done today was a part of what I had initially planned, but I was so happy I found myself here. After getting to the main park, I decided to go through with my original plan to do the Watchman Trail, the second of 2 trails in the park that don't require shuttling. This trail was a little over 3 miles, but it was all incredible. I seized the opportunity on this low-traffic little road that intersected with the trail. Maybe one of the coolest picture spots of all time. Day 2, I woke up much earlier to hike the trail that actually starts outside the complete opposite end of the park. This was Observation Point via the East Mesa Trail. The top overlooked the canyon and Angel's Landing, which was super cool to see all the tiny people climbing. I spent a lot of time up here, mostly just trying to keep my food from those little chipmunk dudes. If you've ever been to Zion or an adjacent national park, you know how annoying they are. The views were insane, but my favorite part had to be eavesdropping on the group next to me.
I threaten you with death and you come running. Think people have tried to smuggle him out of the park?
He wants to die.
What's that? Think people have tried to smuggle him out of the park? Certainly.
That would be hard.
Yeah. There was like I remember reading a post from someone who worked at Disney World, and they're like, yeah, I had to stop a guy because he was trying to smuggle one of the pigeons out of the park.
This trail was a nice break from the crowds, and the drive back was one of my favorite moments from this trip. Sometimes I wonder if I ever got to live in a place like this, if I would ever not have my breath taken away by the views. Like, I don't think this is something my eyes could ever get used to. The next day I was with my mom and my sister. I wasn't able to bring my camera for this bit to save room for water, but we got Angel's Landing permits and basically had the whole summit to ourselves. Definitely one of the coolest and scariest hikes I've ever done.
And we couldn't forget the Narrows. It was freezing and scorching hot at the same time.
We also ventured an hour north to Bryce Canyon National Park and did a few viewpoints and short hikes. This was such a unique place. I recommend checking it out if you ever get the chance. On our last day, we crossed over into Arizona and took a tour of the Antelope Canyon. This place has literally been my computer screensaver for years, and it was insane to see it in person. We were the last tour of the day, which meant we got to pass through the canyon twice, and basically had the entire thing to ourselves in our small tour group. Our tour guide was of the Navajo Nation, which is the native tribe that the land belongs to, and she shared so many beautiful stories about her childhood on this land. She sang an Indian flute song for us in the silent, echoey canyon right as the sun was setting, and it's a moment I think I will cherish forever. I've always known that solo travel was something I wanted to do, but it's hard to get over the anxiety of diving into an unfamiliar world completely alone. I think that there's a particular magic to getting to share moments like these with people you love, but I also found this sense of liberation and achievement when I cross a milestone completely on my own. Sometimes the hardest part of traveling is just getting the trip out of the group chat. Getting everyone on the same page when we all have different schedules, financial responsibilities, and physical abilities is just not always possible. I would have missed out on some of the greatest moments of my life if I had withheld myself from going alone. This trip affirmed that I'm not only capable of solo travel, but that I truly love it. I know that if I make plans, I have the courage to follow through with them, even if there's no one counting on me but myself. It may be my new favorite superpower, and I can't wait to use it in the months of my post-grad life to come. I can't wait to document some of my future adventures in this way, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.